Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour and welcome back to the Nuke Mirror Tournament. This one is hosted by Xcal, nickname Blast from the past, and of course everyone is playing as Nuke. This is the other semi-final, so we saw Size play off against Vivid. I won't spoil that one if you haven't seen it already, but the winner of that will face the winner of this one, which is Scuba and Shaye. So we have Scuba down in the south. He's playing as the green, obviously trying to nuke. And then up in the north, we have Shaye in the red. Two supplies for Scuba and actually a middle supply for Shaye. I'm imagining this build order from Shaye might be quite like the one we saw from Size, where he actually did this middle build order on Tournament Desert and then he did a forward barracks here. It's a build order I've seen quite a few times, whereas Scuba is going for a war factory and a barracks, so maybe he will transition into a helix. Maybe there will be an airfield here. There is just something I need to say about this set. So when you have two players that are a little bit toxic and a little bit dramaful, which is probably safe to say Scuba and Shaye fit that category. And there's always going to be drama and some fireworks, so there is a bit of controversy at the end of this set. And now I haven't seen any of these games, any of these replays, but I do know there is a bit of controversy at the end. So if you're expecting some fireworks, and as you've probably seen from the thumbnail on this video, yeah, definitely keep watching because we're going to be in for an exciting one. So we've got a Battlemaster here for Shaye looking for an opening, but he's not actually going to get in. He probably could have suicided and gone in there, and he might have been able to tuck himself back here. Outpost here for Scuba is going to chase away this Battlemaster, and Dozer's going to get picked off here, and I'm pretty sure that Battlemaster there for Shaye can get tucked in now around the back here, because the way this map is laid out, your airfield there that's supposed to block this in actually can't fully block things in. So yeah, these trucks now going to take immense damage. Both trucks taking heavy damage. Only one of them gone down so far. The other one might be able to escape. Let's see. Battlemaster a little bit stuck, and the helix is now out, but the helix is also revealed. So Shaye now in a really strong position. He has done the war factory barracks here in the middle, so he looks like he's got his build order on lockdown. Really solid build order, and now producing a GAT to counter the helix that Scuba has gone for. So yeah, I now prefer Shaye's position by far. Scuba has got this helix, he's got the mobility, might be able to pick off this Battlemaster, might be able to suicide, not suicide, might be able to just take a bit of damage and go in and kill both of these things. But has he even got... Yeah, he does have the bunker actually, but is this GAT now going to turn on the helix? He's actually going to run away, go to the other GAT, but there, that helix actually caused a lot of damage. Picked off a truck, picked off a Battlemaster, and picked off a GAT. And we've now got an outpost hiding here for Scuba. Scuba's back on two trucks, but they're not collecting the most efficient. One is... Oh no, one of them was actually being repaired, that's why. Actually being repaired. Battlemaster now, sorry, Outpost now has actually snuck through. Didn't realize it actually had some guys inside of it. I thought it was just what the general's gentlemen call a scout post, when it's basically an empty outpost. It's basically just doing a bit of a scout, because an outpost has a big vision. You can see a lot of the map if you've got an outpost there. So I think actually moving that outpost could be considered a mistake. Maybe putting them inside of there and then leaving the outpost there would have been nice, because you get a pretty much nice scout on your enemy. You see Scuba can't see any of that right now, so he doesn't know if his opponent's teching or if whatever they're doing. The propaganda is going down there, by the way. This helix now for Scuba is going to go in and is going to kill probably at least that one dozer. But where's the helix for Shaye? Shaye's helix a little bit out of position for now, but Scuba might actually just go in here and pick off the dozer. Is he going to do that? Yeah, suicide. Does kill the dozer, but yeah, has now gone down. And Scuba doesn't have a lot behind this. He's got a new helix, which I'm not sure. Ooh, that's an interesting choice. Mistake. Picking up a Battlemaster, putting it inside of a helix. Don't often see that. Someone did tell me actually you can put an Overlord inside of a helix. Is it an Overlord, or can you put a dozer in the helix? I think you can do both. Oh, something I've always been meaning to check. I think someone did tell me you can put an Overlord in a helix and a dozer in a helix. I never actually tested it to see if that is actually correct or not. So yeah, if you know, let us know in the comments if you've tried that before. suppose it would be funny if you did a dozer drop inside someone's base. Regardless, so back to the game. We've got this Helix coming in once again, picking off some units. We've got a nice composition here for Shaye, but the sad thing for him is he's only on one war factory, so he can't spam a load of ground units. But he does have pretty much everything he needs anyway, because if he wants to do a nice combination of an army, which is Helixes filled with RPGs or tank hunters, because he's got the barracks here, I actually think his position isn't all that bad. But Scuba's been hunted as well. No way. Don't know, how did that other dozer go down here? It must have gone down to a battle master. But yeah, both players here are hunted. Helix is now coming in, and that power's going to go down. I think this is looking very bad for Scuba. I just much prefer the build order that Shaye had done. It's the build order that Size did against Vivid. It also looked very solid against him, so... I mean, if Big Size is doing it, after all his Nuke mirror experience, then probably best stick with what he's doing, so... there is a Helix now coming in for Scuba. It could come down to a base trade, but actually Scuba has got a lot less buildings. Shaye's actually deciding to go back and chase this, but Scuba has a GAT inside of the base. So is that the right decision or not? I think this GAT here for Shaye does need picking off. It is going to get picked off, but a Helix goes down as well, and that halves the damage that Scuba can actually put out. But Shaye's not interested in actually chasing that. He's actually just going to go and kill the buildings. And it looks like Shaye is going to get himself on the board. Very, very interesting first game here. What the hell? Why was that one evacing or trying to pick something up? I'm just confused. But yeah, Shaye gets himself on the board. I think that was just a build order win there. I really prefer that middle build order, because not only do you get a barracks there, you can get a presence in those middle buildings, but you're also on 3 supplies much quicker than your opponent. There's very little your opponent can do about it, and I've seen that build order win against 2 supplies many times. I'd like to hear from one of the Nuke experts. How do you counter that mid build order? Probably one idea is by sending Battle Masters and Flamers to the middle and maybe trying to sneak your own units down the side, like right down the right flank maybe. Maybe that is the answer. But yeah, either way here, it's a best of 9, and Shaye gets himself 1 on the board. So 1-0 Shaye. Okay, jumping into game number 2. We have Scuba up in the north with the green, obviously trying to nuke. Bottom right, got trying to nuke again for Raging Shaye. And he is in the red. And normally he is raging. If you've not seen my video on Raging Shaye already, I highly recommend you check it out. Just a few videos back. Look out for RagingShaye.mp4. And that pretty much sums up sums up that name. He's even taking the red color, so he's extra angry. And once again, he's going for a mid supply. But is this going to be a double war factory, or is that going to be... Yeah, what is it going to be? Because it's Scuba. If Scuba's chosen the map here, yeah, which you will have. This is the official version, which is an imbalanced map, because these 2 crates here do not belong to the other side as well. So it is definitely an imbalanced map. So actually Scuba's chosen this, and then Shaye's got the better spot. So unlucky for Scuba here. So yeah, he's gone for a forward barracks. He's going to get some presence here in the mid with a tank hunters inside of the garrisons, but then Scuba's also dropping down another barracks over here. He's going for a Helix. Going to be a flamer straight down the middle for Shaye. I prefer Shaye's opening here. I think 2 supplies is strong. Obviously right now he's got double the income, until Scuba manages to get an oil or something. But Scuba's going to be caught out a little bit here, because there is a Battle Master and a GAT following this up. So the GAT will be able to chase away that Helix, unless the Helix just chooses to fight it. But actually, it's taking a lot of damage already. Does choose to fight it and takes it out, but there's no GATs to follow that up. So if Scuba can hold on now, it's actually not a bad start. You see he's killed a lot more units, but remember, Shaye does have the better economy, because he has got the 2 supplies. So yeah, Scuba doesn't even have the capture upgrade just yet. And he's actually put 2 red guards on each of the oils. So... little bit overkill. You don't need to. You don't collect it any faster or capture it any faster. Battlemaster's now pushing forward for Raging Shaye. Helix going to come back in and kills the Battlemaster, but there is a Gat here now. Another 2 Gats, actually. Battlemaster comes to this left side, takes out the red guard here. Battlemaster versus Battlemaster. And once again, they're going to suicide each other. But this Helix now, it can't really take off because I'm pretty sure it can't fight 2 Gats without going down. So what is Scuba going to do? Scuba's going to need to deal with one of the Gats, but this Gat's now a little bit out of position. Battlemaster coming in. Helix takes out that Battlemaster. I think Shaye just needs to keep his army more together because he's letting units get caught out, like we've seen in other games on the other semi-final. So Helix still flying around, causing some damage. I think Shaye could have won already if he's just keeping his units together, but he seems to keep splintering units off in the wrong places. Sending Battlemasters to the airfield and sending Gats towards the war factory is not the right thing to do. I think a unit position in here plays a massive, massive part. Scuba is now getting the oils over here on the right side. Despite Shaye having a dozer in the barracks there, he's letting that happen. Shaye is still repairing his Helix, but Scuba is still repairing the Helix, but there are 3 Gats out now. Scuba's trying to chase down this one. Helix, where is it going to go? Ooh, now that Helix is in big trouble because there were 3 Gats firing on it. But that said, though, the Helix actually still has quite a lot of HP. Scuba's making more tank hunters over to that right-hand side. So far, I think Scuba's being completely outplayed, despite Shaye not making like the 100% correct decisions, like moving the units into the wrong positions and stuff like that. Yeah, so far it does look like Scuba is getting outplayed, but Shaye is now mined out there. Scuba has lost his trucks, losing a dozer here as well. Very, very, I want to say scrappy game, but Shaye's not really taking any damage. Shaye's doing all the action. Shaye's now making a Helix. And Scuba doesn't really have anything at all. He's got a Helix and a Battlemaster, but no income. He's got $150. Actually, he does have an income because he's got this oil. He's going to have another oil soon. Shaye's still collecting. Scuba's only collecting on 1 truck. Shaye's Helix coming in, going to try and take out the power, but the Helix coming in now for Scuba, and I think Shaye's Helix actually might go down. It's very, very low. The Helix to Scuba is going to chase it down and does take it down in the end. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know quite what that was from Shaye. It's like he has moments of, like, brilliance because like his build order and everything has just been right here. He's had the right amount of units out, but everything's just kind of been in the wrong place at the wrong time. That Helix wasn't moved out of the way in time, so it did go down. So yeah, looking pretty bad right now for Shaye. Shaye could have won this. I just don't. Now it's suddenly looking very good for Scuba because that Helix got suicided. Such an expensive unit for Shaye just to throw away like that. There is talk of when you play in Scuba, the ping is typically higher, or at least the ping might look low, but actually it feels like you're playing in a bit of lag because of the distance, because Scuba is from the UK, but he then moved to Australia, and ever since he moved to Australia, obviously a huge distance, then the games against him have definitely been more laggy, so it's like you kind of playing around a little bit slow motion. Like if normal speed is 100, it's like playing at 90% or 80%. Everything's slowed down a bit, and like Even though you might be faster than your opponent, if there's a laggy game, your opponent can catch up. So yeah, I'm not saying that's a part here, but it's a factor. Obviously, we were watching the replays. It just shows 32 FPS, but you don't know when they actually played what was the speed like, because Shaye hasn't got the best connection either, by the way. So I mean, I don't know if Shaye's, like, people say he's like, he lives in Canada. I've heard some people say he's either from or lives in the Middle East. I don't know where he's from, to be honest. So yeah, either way, I'm pretty sure it's a big distance between these players. And I don't know if they had a streamer. No, they didn't have a streamer. Let's probably keep the ping down. But this game is going longer. I didn't expect it to go this long, but I'm really sure that Shaye could have closed this out already. Helix is once again better usage here for Scuba, and he comes in and wipes out one of the Helixes. Actually, two of the Helixes there for Shaye. So Shaye, yeah, Shaye just quits. I don't know if he said GG there or just quit, but I'm going to imagine by if you looked at that video that I did, he probably just quit. Tends to be the way, and I don't think they particularly like each other, these two players either. So yeah, I think Shaye should have won that, and I think he's thrown himself a game. So I think it should be 2-0, which would make him well on the way to winning a best of 9, which obviously first to win 5. However, yeah, I'm just convinced he threw that away. He had the advantages. He had the better spot. He had more supplies. He denied the oils of Scuba. I don't even like Scuba's build order. Scuba sent 2 red guards to each of the oils, which is a little bit overkill. Actually, yeah, definitely overkill. Yeah, a bit of a mess again. I don't think it was the highest level of play from both. But yeah, Shaye definitely thrown himself a 2-0 lead there. So yeah, 1-1 is the score. Jumping into the next game then, we have another Nuke mirror, you guessed it, on Snowy Drought this time. This time we have Scuba down in the south with the green, and then up in the north we've got Raging Shaye with the yellow this time. So maybe that's a sign he's not raging anymore. He's calmed down a little bit. He's gone back to amber. That traffic light system, he's not green because Scuba's green. Scuba's nice and happy and chilled. Shaye has changed from red to amber though, so he's not quite a green. He's not quite 100% happy, but he is cooling off from the red of the first game. At least that's what we'll take away from it. So he is building a barrack scaffold, so he is waypoint scouting, aka a minor map hack. It's an allowed bug in 0 hour that you can click your waypoint under here, and when it says you cannot build here, that basically means there's a building. So I'm pretty sure that Shaye knows this building is here. Scuba, like, I was going to say nothing against him, but I mean, there's no reason for me to say that. But from what I gather, he's a bit of a lazy player. He's a bit slower than the average player. He doesn't use the hotkeys and stuff like that. He doesn't change anything from the default hotkeys and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you didn't see him drop down that scaffold, and you didn't see him waypoint scout, and I think it's probably because he's a lazier player. He might have done it with one of these buildings, but I'm going to assume not. But Shaye actually dropped down the scaffold and will have waypoint scouted. Now he's done a war factory barracks up here at the front, and a 3rd supply. So it's similar to the tournament desert build order. And he's straight away going to get in the supply line here and kill at least probably 1 truck, it looks like. It's a positive start for him there. War Factory Barracks is the build order choice also from Scuba. And then he's done a barracks here. So yeah, very... Oh, it's exactly the same build order, isn't it? Yeah, it's exactly the same build order. Just a bit of a slower bunker here, a different position here. Definitely think a bunker out there would be nice. And that Battlemaster now, I'm pretty sure, can get tucked there and cause some more economic damage. Battlemaster here for Scuba is going to get in the supply line as well. Might be lucky if it kills 1 truck, though. Is it going to go down? Yeah, truck does survive, actually, on very, very low HP. Tankers here are going to try and cause some damage. Could have placed a TNT there on the Battlemaster. Battlemaster coming in again for Scuba. Helix now being placed down for Scuba. Battlemaster once again. Killing some more trucks. So yeah, it's all about the harassment. I mean, harassment is a massive part of 0 hour, but just shown once again here in the Nuke mirror. Getting Battlemasters in the supply line, killing them trucks is a huge part of the early game. If you can kill as many trucks as you can, then yeah, later on your economy should be stronger, and then you can get a faster helix and just capitalize on it from there. So, or faster propaganda, or whatever you want to do from there. So helix now being built, and helix being built for Shaye as well. So both players, there's mines here, so that Battlemaster will go down. Battlemaster here for Shaye. He's going to get in supply line. There's no mines there. Could have been, though. He's floating 2.5k Scuba is, so he could have had mines there. But either way, just bring in the helix and that will go down. But he doesn't have the bunker just yet. Actually, he does, but they're just not firing just yet. Now he is. Helix is now in play for Shaye as well. Propaganda center now being built by Scuba. So it seems like, to me, this 3 supply build order is a super solid one that you need to throw out there every now and again. I'm saying it'll work every time because I think it can be punished. I think it can be punished maybe by 2 supplies to war factories. And just spamming battle masters in the early game and then getting in the supply lines. I'm pretty sure that can overrun it, as I've found out myself in the past. We have 2 helixes now out for Shaye. No subliminal messaging because he doesn't have the... Where's the... Oh no, propaganda does have that actually. He's tucked it nice and cozy in the back of his base there. Scuba coming in with the helix, picks off 2 trucks. He's got a few other units here, but mostly GATs, and that is going to get chased away by the army of Shaye. The war factory now being built by Scuba. A game a little bit like game of chess at the moment. Moving their armies into different places. Where's the best place to take a fight? Where's the best place to enter the base? But yeah, no one wanted to make a big move just yet. I suppose Shaye's going to go over here and clear this bunker just to deny a little bit of vision. That allows Scuba now to push a little bit in the middle, but then Shaye will probably come back over here. Actually, Shaye's choosing to move in here, or Scuba wants to get the wraparound on this army. So whether this is a good engagement for Shaye or not is yet to be seen. Helix is now coming in for Shaye. We'll be able to pick off this new cannon here, I think. Let's pick off the new cannon. So far, that's a decent engagement there for Shaye because he's killed the Overlord, picked off the new cannon with the helixes for free. So yeah, and Shaye's cleared that bunker, only a minor point, but nevertheless, it's still a little victory, and he's ahead in terms of XP now. So he's building a CC, which he needs to do soon, by the way. He has got it already. He's going to have carpet and artillery very soon, and the first person to launch that usually has a huge advantage because you can kill... do massive damage to the enemy economy. So yeah, carpet and artillery will be coming very, very soon. Helix is there for Scuba. Do come in, pick off 1 unit, and then turn it around. Carpet bomb now coming in for Shaye, and that is going to be a magnificent carpet if it starts firing where I think it's going to fire. No, it could have been better, actually. It didn't even kill any units. Killed the war factory and the bunker. Maybe, yeah, one tank hunter. But really, that could have wiped out the whole army, yeah. So it could have been a little bit better place, but you don't know where the army's going to be. Obviously, army can move. Base buildings and stuff obviously don't move there, a guaranteed kill. You don't know where the army's going to move to. Could end up missing completely. Yeah, that could have been a really golden carpet, that's for sure. Scuba hangs in there for now. Artillery firing now for Shaye. That might be a potluck shot, or is it going to be on the power? If it doesn't kill the power, then... Oh, it does kill the power. But the same value would have been achieved by killing the trucks. But you would have hurt his economy as well, so power obviously can just be rebuilt. So yeah, I don't like that artillery. Didn't achieve anything. It's not even put Scuba into low power at all. He's not even need the overdrive on this other one, so... Yeah, not the greatest of artillery usage there. I would have preferred it on the trucks, that's for sure. Nuke cannon with a double shot there. Double shot happens when the speaker tower goes close to the nuke cannon and then goes far away. And if it keeps coming in and out of range, in and out, then the nuke cannon will get a double shot off. Got Black Lotus now for Shaye in the base of Scuba. Is it going to capture these tech buildings? Is it going to get the CC maybe? There's another airfield now being dropped down for Scuba, so both players got nuke MiGs, it looks like. Yeah, both players got nuke MiGs. Shaye's got 4. Scuba's got 2 here on the left-hand side, but Scuba's not collecting from here right now. Nuke MiGs for Scuba. Where is that going to go? Does he know about this Lotus? Nuke MiG comes in. Doesn't really achieve that much, though. And the MiGs have gone to land, and now Shaye's going to actually capture this oil for himself. So yeah, looking very, very good for Shaye. He's got a massive amount of units, but they are mainly GATs and ECMs, though. And ECMs alone, not the strongest thing in the world. I wonder if one underused thing in these nuke mirrors is a bunker overlord. Would a bunker overlord be good here? Thinking when you're against GLA, a bunker overlord is good because you can put some guys inside of it, and then when it gets sniped, you can actually just evac and take your overlords back. So you could just fill it with red guard if you want. Enemy will probably be scared of it, thinking it's tank hunters. But yeah, massive engagement here. The carpet bomb does come through. It kills one overlord. Yeah, things exploding all over the place here. Helix is here. Artillery comes in and wipes out the airfield there. Scuba's still flying around with these helixes. These helixes here for Shaye. I'd say it's looking better for Shaye. Shaye's the one piling on the aggression and is also still collecting from here. Oh, wow. Surprised them helixes actually survived. That was 2 MiGs. One of them was Vet 2, but this other MiG that's coming in probably will kill him unless Scuba's going to fire on that guy. On the MiG. Is the MiG? Oh, baby. I think the helix actually went to go fly him, but then actually got stuck in the ground, so... Yeah, very, very interesting. Carpet bomb comes in, and the airfield goes down, dozer goes down, power is left very, very low. Both of these buildings now belong to Shaye. Scuba has not recaptured them just yet. Yeah, looking very, very good for Shaye. Very, very good indeed. Mine drop. Shaye has the dozer there, so he probably just clear the mines with his dozer. Yeah, these games are definitely some of the longer nuke mirror games that I've seen. Usually they are very, very quick, but I suppose Snowy Drought is one for a longer one. Ooh, that oil is actually gone now. Yeah, because Snowy Drought is like quite a safe map. You've got the safe tech buildings down here. You've got your 2 safe supplies in your base. You've got this 3rd supply, which is a lot closer to you than to your opponent, so you typically can get it and bunker it off. So yeah, typically Snowy Drought leads to good games, which is probably why it's maybe the go-to and most popular 1v1 map at the moment. It's definitely not Tournament Desert anymore. People actually prefer to play off Tournament Desert nowadays. Tournament Desert still gets played every now and again. Then it kind of changed to Lagoon was the most popular map, and now we're on Snowy Drought. Artillery coming through for Shaye. Is that going to be on the War Factory? It looks like it. Or maybe the tech. Maybe one of these. Maybe between all 3. I think he'll take that, killing the airfield and killing the prop. That's a very, very nice hit. Probably put down to Scuba's bad positioning. You shouldn't really put 2 key buildings next to each other like that. Like, these 2 buildings are next to each other like that, but the CC has a lot more HP. It's not going to go down to some simple artillery. Even if a level 3 artillery hits it point blank in the face, the CC is not going to go down. Nuke comes in again, takes out a load of Gats. Helix is coming in now for Shaye, but there are 2 Gats here. I think that's been used a little bit prematurely. There's a Nuke firing as well. What an absolutely insane game. I don't even know what's going on anymore. This Helix is the only thing remaining alive for Shaye. Shaye's got his own nuke to fire in 4 minutes, by the way. Sorry, 4 seconds. A bit of a difference. Where's the nuke?
Unit lost.
Okay, that's gone down. War Factory might get targeted down here. Where's he going to fire the nuke? Oh, he could have planted the TNT on the ECM, but he didn't. Something has been captured. I'm trying to keep it on his view so we can see where he's firing the nuke. Massive obliteration there of Scuba's army. I don't think he can win now. Now we're going to see the nuke hit here. Amazing. Shaye's actually collecting from here, but it's going to get targeted down by the Helix of Scuba. I heard a cash hack come in there. Carpet bomb now coming in for Shaye. Kills the power plant. Scuba's not even level 5 though, so he doesn't have EMP. That's probably an EMP, is it? Helix gets taken out by the mix. Nuke is low power. Scuba has been defeated. So yeah, well played there by Shaye. Very, very well played indeed. That was probably one of the best games I've watched so far of this Nuke Mirror tournament. Yeah, very, very nice game. At one point there, when all those things were fighting and then the nuke missile was fired at all at the same time, all in the same place, actually looked pretty spectacular. So yeah, Shaye gets the win here, 2-1, extending his lead. Okay, so next game, I believe this one will have been chosen by Scuba, and I think Shaye will have chosen Snowy Drought. I might have got that mixed up, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it will have been. So yeah, Scuba is now playing as the Nuke in the top right. Of course it's Nuke. And then down in the bottom left, we've got Shaye, also with the Nuke. He's playing as the Cyan killer. So yeah, he's doing a waypoint scout again. You can see him. So he's placing it, and you see where it says unable to place. That means there's a building there, so you can see. So yeah, people complain about bugs in 0, but there's many that are actually considered allowed. That's one that is considered allowed. But really, is it a form of map hack? It is, because is that meant to be in the game? Are you supposed to be able to see buildings under the fog of war? I would say no. It doesn't happen in StarCraft 2 or any other RTS games that I can think of. But yeah, it's considered to be allowed. So yeah, Shaye knows exactly what build order. Well, he knows which supplies have been taken. He doesn't necessarily know what build order he's necessarily against. But yeah, Scuba's actually gone for 2 war factories with the 2 supplies. So he's going to get hold of these 2 bunkers here on the left. Shaye just grab hold of this little building here, secret lab building. Pretty funky building when you think about it. We got a Battlemaster and a Gat just retreating now for Scuba. Shaye's got more map presence, it seems. He's got hold of this area. He's got this inside of Scuba's base, so he knows there's an airfield coming at least. So this is where you could have a bit of a mind game, is that Shaye's now seen that airfield. So what you could do is actually cancel that airfield now. Shaye will invest into Gats, which is the natural thing to do when you see an airfield, and he's cancelled it. And Scuba might now just transition into a prop, and that's exactly what he's doing, actually. So Shaye will now make, hopefully for Scuba, he'll make some Gats, but then won't be of any use because you've just gone straight into the propaganda center. So yeah, but Shaye's already on a propaganda center anyway. One Gat out already, but I think that was produced before we saw the airfield. Our Battlemaster there does go down. Lotus in the mid, but there is also a outpost in the mid from Scuba, so he will spot the Lotus from Shaye and then realize that he's actually behind in terms of tech. But remember what I said about the overinvestment into Gats? Well, there's $1,600 worth of Gats already. That one was already produced, I think. But now he's got 3 Gats out. He's wary of the Helix. He'll be wary to move out of Dozer. Certain things will be in play in Shaye's mind. To say, okay, I can't really send a Dozer or Battlemaster or an Overlord out here by itself because it will get picked off by a Helix. I also need to have Gats in my army at all times in all places, otherwise a Helix could just come in at any time. But Scuba has not even produced the Helix because he cancelled the airfield when Shaye scouted it. So yeah, very smart there from Scuba. He's thinking ahead. Lotus now capturing the second oil, so I think Shaye's ahead pretty much in every department here. He scouted some of Scuba's base. He's got more of a presence over here. He's got both of the oils. He's faster on attack. More Overlords out, it looks like. He's got Subliminal Messaging and a Helix of his own. So yeah, I think Shaye's ahead in every way here. But as I say that, the game is turning to Scuba's favor a little bit because Scuba now destroyed one oil and captured the other oil for himself. But he might lose his whole army here. Needs to be careful with that Helix. Going to do a little bit of damage and then retreat. Okay, Scuba clearing this area at the top and sending a Dozer there, but at the same time, Shaye's already sending a Dozer down here. Now, the annoying thing about this map is that you see these little rocks, or sandbags or whatever, actually prevents you from building there unless you force fire it and destroy it. So them things do prevent you from building. There is a V2 now of this map with them things cleared, because you shouldn't have to force fire those things. You really shouldn't have to. If you look, really, there's all kind of weird stuff going on this map. Like, what? That's like something underneath the map, isn't it? Like these chimneys stuff. It's kind of very weird. Very weird map indeed. Got the same thing going on there. Yeah, again, like the Snowy Drought game, a bit of game of chess at the moment. Everyone's armies are just in different places. No one really moving out or committing to a fight. If you send your helixes into this, probably gonna die. It doesn't have a chain gun upgrade. Something useful to have when there's a few helixes out. You get one get one upgrade and it makes these gats so much stronger. Helix is thinking about pushing in up here and now deciding to go back. Scuba's deciding to push in down here, destroying the secret lab. And Shaye's now bringing all of his army down here to try and deal with this. Now, the thing is, it's all of Shaye's army versus half of Scuba's army, because the other half is over here. But Scuba now has the chance to go in here. Scuba has a nice composition. He's got plenty of gas, plenty of ECMs. But only one overlord. Two overlords here. Nuke has now been dropped down for Shaye. Look how many gas he's got there now. He's got 4. He's expecting helixes, but he hasn't seen any yet. We've actually got the overdrive there for the power plant. And Scuba's actually deciding to go in now and flank Shaye's base. Well, all of this stuff here is now at risk. Scuba deciding to potentially run away. Nuke cannon has been disabled. Scuba now turning and fighting this, but he's also fighting in Shaye's base. Now, Shaye's in a bit of a difficult situation, really. Nuke mix coming through. Very bad usage, though. And I think he hasn't even got the upgrade for the mix, by the way. And Scuba's well and truly inside the base now. So I think Shaye will just about win this, but he should do anyway, because it's his whole army versus half of Scuba's. The Scuba is now already parked with his army inside of Shaye's base. Only got 1 gat, though. And those helixes now could come in and just finish this all off. So yeah, I'd say now looking pretty good for Shaye. That 1 nuke cannon shot, killing all of them anti-air units, very, very decent. This overlord here, oh, will it be able to kill the helixes? It's killed 2. Might kill a 3rd. Helix has to run away. That's surprising. I thought Shaye would have been able to win that, but yeah, just proving that these Gatling cannons are too strong. Nuke cannon once again. It might take out 1 ECM. It does, but the helix being brought back in a little bit premature. But I suppose Shaye's in a very difficult situation. Like, what does he even do? He's got these units in his base. Yeah, he can bring back these, but Scuba's got the overlord advantage, and he's got a new wave ready to go as well. So I think it's looking like a 2-2 here. Scuba continuing this push, and he's going to get his overlord disabled by the Lotus. The Gat here causing damage to this nuke cannon, but I think the nuke cannon might be able to get 1 more shot off, but it's actually not firing for some reason. Very, very strange. Artillery coming in now for Shaye. That's going to be over here on the top left. Got much better positioning here for Scuba. It's obviously a lot further away. And Shaye throws in the towel. GG. So yeah, well played there by Scuba. Had his army split up, and it actually proved out to be to his benefit. Yeah, he was able to come in and flank Shaye's base, and the score is going to go 2-2. Jumping into game number 5 even. Number 5, we have Scuba down in the south now with the green once again, Nuke, and then up in the north we now got Shaye playing as the blue colour, playing as a Smurf this time. Wants to be blue, cool off a little bit. He's playing as the Nuke also. We're on Vendetta this time. I've lost track now whose map it is, but it basically, I think if you lose, you pick. Or I don't know if it alternates, but yeah, I suppose who lost the last one? I'm losing track, but yeah. Either way, it's Vendetta. It's a very popular 1v1 map as well. Equally like Snowy Drought as well. You're often seeing Vendetta in the mix now, which I'm liking. Seen Tournament Desert many, many times. We've got 2 supplies. War Factory Barracks there for Scuba, and 2 supplies, War Factory for Shaye. Is he going to transition into 3 supplies, or just going to go for the 2 supplies 2 war factories. And it looks like he's going to go 2 supplies, 2 war factories. So he's going to want to be piling on the pressure in the beginning. Like, for example, now, if he just queues Battlemaster, and sends it straight to this war factory, anything that comes out there, he should be able to focus it down. But he wants to be causing economic damage, and I don't know if that gap there is big enough to let a Battlemaster through or not. But even if not, you can get around the back here, and you can force fire over in the radiation or whatever. If you get a direct hit, it'll obviously kill it, and if you do a... if you do the radiation, that obviously causes damage there as well. So Scuba's got a bunker over here on the left-hand side. He's got a tank hunter here, just a loose tank hunter, not inside of a bunker, and going to be helping with these enemy Battlemasters. That one does go down, and whilst that looks like a success, actually Scuba has lost the money there. He's lost $350 for the tank hunter. Helix now produced for Scuba and going to go inside that with all of these tank hunters. If he gets the horde bonus before they go in, they do retain it inside, so they will cause extra damage. Battlemaster versus Battlemaster over here on the right, and Battlemasters for Scuba. Interestingly, even though he's the one with less ground units, he's the one actually putting on the pressure here. I suppose one Battlemaster tried to get in there, and this one here is getting forced away by the bunker. That one is a waste, a complete waste there for Shaye. Outpost here. Causing some damage to the gap, but there is a Battlemaster here now killing the dozer of Shaye, and it might actually kill it before the airfield finishes. Ooh, and the other dozer has been picked off now as well. So is it going to be similar to the first game, where even though Scuba managed the dozer hunt, he's still then got overrun? So this is going to make Shaye even more angry than he already is, even more raging than he already is. Might turn red mid-game. Now he's been hunted, and he's going to just pile on the pressure. He's got everything he needs, really. Apart from maybe, obviously, the prop, and you would like a 3rd supply. But you can make helixes, you can make spam from 2 war factories. So yeah, he's got the composition. He's got the composition and the buildings he needs to get the win. I think he can still get the win. But yeah, right now he's hunted. Helix is going to be on the field. But yeah, Scuba only being on 1 war factory, you might get caught only with 1 or 2 gats out, and will that be enough when there's Battlemasters banging at your door combined with this helix that's going to fly in? So I think this is looking pretty positive for Shaye, because there's no gats currently out. Propaganda center now being built, but will Scuba be alive that long? Helix now coming through for Shaye. Gat here is going to take out some tank hunters. That helix is going to go straight to the dozer, but that bunker is pretty fully loaded. And that helix is actually taking quite a bit of damage. It's just going to run away now and cause some damage to this propaganda center from a distance. But the helix still taking a little bit of damage. It is very, very low now. So was it the right decision to go over there and fight that and kill that dozer? I suppose both players are now hunted, but I suppose if you'd have gone over here, you probably could have closed down the war factory and maybe won the game right there. So yeah, running into that pretty fully loaded bunker, send that helix very, very low, and now going to be sent back to the airfield. Didn't know if a Battlemaster actually survived there or not with the explosion, but no, it didn't. This helix is going to get chased away. The Lotus thought about capturing, then cancelled, and now recapturing. I don't know if Shaye's heard that or not. He's moving his helix out of the way. This Gat ECM will definitely chase that helix fully away. It's taking some damage, just needs to go back and repair. So yeah, these helixes do take enormous damage from the Gats. Very, very quick. ECM locks on at the wrong point, but the helix, I mean, there's mistakes on both sides here, because that helix was way too close to the Gat. The ECM shouldn't have locked on. Mistakes on both sides, but like I said, Nuke Mirror is always a very scrappy and very messy one. So yeah, helix is out for Shaye, 2 of them. 2 for Scuba as well. He's going to pick off that helix there of Shaye. And Shaye just quits. I think he's
You are victorious.
well, is he a bit angry there? Because he definitely still was in the game. And I think it was a mistake engaging that bunker on the left side. So I think there's some games here where Shaye's had it in his grasp or in the realms of winning the game. and then made the wrong decision and then lost. So yeah, a few of them have been with helixes as well. He keeps putting the helixes in the wrong place. So yeah, 3-2 is the score. Scuba taking the lead. So once again, number 6, we have Scuba in the north now with the green. Again, with the, obviously, Nuke. And then down in the south, we've got Raging Shaye with the Nuke. And he is in the blue. So still wanting to retain his coolness or keep smurfing his smurf. Blue smurfs. And then he has gone for a fast barracks. Scuba also going for a fast barracks here as well. So yeah, we've seen a number of build orders on this map. We've seen people going for 3 supply build order, do a supply here and do a war factory. We've seen that. We've seen 2 supplies and 2 war factories is very standard. And then both here doing something different again, both going barracks fast and then sending tank hunters out to garrison the middle buildings. And Shaye's actually dropping down an airfield before he is going to drop down a war factory. It's going to be quite a fast helix. Shaye's a bit quicker into this bunker here, but these bunkers are pretty damaged from the beginning. They are very, very strong when they're on 100% HP, but obviously when they begin, or when they spawn on 50% of the HP, they obviously are a lot weaker. This bunker over here for Scuba has been taken, and he's going for the oil capture. Nice little bomb there, kills the Red Guard. Got Scuba now with the Battle Master here, but that fast helix of Shaye already showing some signs of the investment into the helix. Kills the Battle Master for free. Battle Master didn't really do anything at all. Shaye here trying to get the crush on. Did he crush the Red Guard? I think he did, but then this tank hunter. Why did he not just shoot at the dozer? This is really weird. What the hell is Scuba doing? You could have killed that dozer, almost guaranteed, or at least left it on extremely low HP, but that dozer's been completely left out. So yeah, that's very, very weird. Scuba still wanted to get that oil, so he's still sending his Red Guard over there. He's also trying to get this oil and the oil in the middle. So yeah, looking pretty much like a big money grab for Scuba. But if he manages to get these oils, then yeah, he's in a really good position. But so far, one of them has been killed, one of them has been denied, and the other one, he might actually get it, but the helix is here from Shaye. And I think Shaye's going to shut it down, you know, and that was quite an investment into Red Guard, because it was at least 2 sets of Red Guard made. Scuba once again double capturing. And then he's obviously invested in the capture upgrade as well, which costs 1,000. So yeah, so far I think this one's looking okay for Shaye. And Shaye really does need to win this one. He does want to make it equal. Remember, it is best of 9, so first to win 5 games. These Gats here locked on to this helix here, I believe, and therefore they're not shooting at this one. So I think Scuba's not paying attention here. He might be now that his unit is under attack. Shaye definitely making the right decision, running away with that helix. Didn't want to fight that with the helix. He might have lost it. But this helix now should be able to clear it up. Scuba's targeting the wrong thing again. Flamer now for Shaye is actually snuck past this left-hand side. And that's going to cause some devastation. I don't think Scuba's spotted this, like, even remotely. Lotus now going to go and capture this oil. Oil's taking a bit of a beating, actually. This flamer has not been spotted. Scuba's now finally spotted it, but is it too late? There is an ECM coming. I suppose the longer this flamer does a little dance, the more likely it's going to be ECM down. But the propaganda center gets sold. I think actually focusing that down fully to make sure you get the kill on it rather than get the sell would have been better. But of course he probably didn't see this ECM coming. This helix here is going to get chased away. It's actually focused on the bunker helix, which is definitely the right one to shoot down. But that one was the further away one, and it is going to escape. Okay, so that is a blue Lotus. That is Shaye's Lotus. He's captured the oil. This oil's still not captured yet. No subliminal meshing for Scuba, and because his propaganda center got deleted, or sold rather, and he's not going to have that for a while. Propaganda center is up for Shaye. Shaye's got quite a few units here in the middle. Is he going to go and scare this army off before it kills the oil, or is the oil going to go down? I think the oil's going to go down, taking a hell of a beating. Overlord does turn its fire and focus on the Battlemaster, but I think this one will get locked down now with the ECM. Yeah, it will. So that Overlord is one dead Overlord, and there is a Lotus in here as well, and I think that will be able to capture the War Factory. The Lotus can't be run over. At least it can't be run over by an outpost. I don't know if it can be run over by an Overlord. I don't think it can. Yeah, the Overlord... Sorry, the Lotus does go down. A huge engagement, and this will probably decide the game. There's quite a few ECMs here for Scuba, and he's disabling the Overlords. But could he be better utilizing them? And you've got to take into account the enemy ECMs as well. And I think Shaye's actually coming out on top here. He's bringing the Helixes in as well. And I don't think Scuba has got enough. So has this just spiraled out of control from when he went for that oil capture in the beginning and was just denied pretty much every single one of them? I think it possibly has. And Shaye manages to get himself on the board there. Yeah, both players going for the same build order, but Shaye just executing it better. Well, I suppose actually, whilst it was a barracks first, it wasn't exactly the same build order, was it? Because Scuba was going for the oils, but Shaye went for the faster Helix. Yeah, in that case, Helix came on top. Scuba missed the opportunity to kill the Dozer on the right. Did that really affect it that much? I don't think so. So yeah, I think maybe just a better build order there for Shaye on that map. So yeah, well played. 3-3 is the score. Okay, jumping into the next game, we have Scuba in the top right with the green, trying to nuke. Bottom left, we've got Raging... I almost said Rage there. Raging Shaye with the blue, also trying to nuke. We're on Desolated District. Again, a very, very wide open map, a bit like Deduso. And we've got Scuba going for a quick supply here. But then what is he going to do with his second dozer? Some people would like to go for the more forward supply. And then, yeah, we'll go for the 3 supply build order, get the pressure on early. That's what we're seeing Shaye do. Is that supply... Yeah, it looks pretty good for this perfect supply placement. Maybe that one is 2. Scuba going for a first war factory. Is he going to go for a second war factory here? Big game this, because on a best of 9, obviously you get this one, you're only 1 away from victory. So a lot of pressure on the players here. 2 supplies and 2 war factories is the build order of choice here from Shaye. His war factories are a little bit slower than the first one, but he's going to have 2 complete before, well, actually about the same time as that one actually. So yeah, very, very same build order from both, but Shaye's difference is that his trucks are more out in the open, and this one actually not with the perfect supply placement. I don't know if that was a mistake or if he just microed that one back. I'm not quite sure what that is, but yeah, I suppose Scuba's got an advantage because he's got the perfect supply placement on 2 supplies, where it's very hard to get the perfect supply placement on these crates. There will be more movement here. Shaye's ready to expand to a 3rd, but will that dozer just get picked off? Because it's pretty sure to say that there's going to be a battle master there at some point, but he's actually expanding pretty fast, really. First 2 battle masters are coming through. This one not going to get through, I think, and this one here is going to actually get sent back. So Will this one actually get in and kill some trucks? Gonna cause some damage. I don't think it's gonna kill one though. Yeah, it causes some damage, but doesn't kill anything. Over here on the left, Shaye has now got 3 supplies up. Battlemaster of Scuba's there does go down. If that even fires 1 shot, yeah, it will go down as well. Very, very nice. Scuba has now built a barracks in the top left. This is what I was talking about before. You can fire over the supply. And it is causing damage to the truck. So Scuba's taking economic damage there, but there is a bunker and a red guard produced over here again. But again, I would like to see Scuba sending one of the red guard just to like the middle or to the other oil, even if it is all the way over there, because two red guard on 1 oil is useless. But I suppose what it does give away is the fact that you are going for the oil. So I suppose maybe that's why, but I don't think there's any reason why you couldn't go for the oil. I think it would be perfectly doable. So yeah, Battlemaster here going to go down. It had picked off 1 truck already. Is Scuba going to remake that other truck? Battlemaster there does get stopped, and there is mines here. So Scuba's economy, I think at the moment, looking a little bit weaker, but Scuba's going to be on 1 oil very soon. There is a Helix now on the field for Shaye. So how much work can that get done? We've got 1 GAT out for Scuba so far. Actually, 2 GATs. So yeah, now these red guard at least want to be trying to go for these middle buildings, or maybe this bottom right one. Battlemaster there for Shaye does get picked off, and this Helix is now going to come into play. So there's a bunker licks, 5 tank hunters with the horde bonus, I'm pretty sure, inside of there. Let's pick off this little hut thing. And it's now going to go in. Is it going to just kill both of them GATs? I think going in there would have been actually a decent idea, because those GATs are low. You would have killed both of them, and you would have killed all these Battlemasters as well, pretty much for free. So yeah, I think maybe a bit of a wasted opportunity there for Shaye. But maybe he's just a little bit too scared of them 2 GATs. He would have took some damage on the Helix, but I'm pretty sure he would have been able to kill that entire army. Maybe he just wants to preserve the HP. Scuba has actually remade Red Guard and now going for the middle buildings. Scuba has a hell of a lot of GATs. Maybe a little bit overkill on GATs, because fighting these is now probably going to be pretty hard. He's going to go inside this hut, or thought about it at least. Shaye comes in and denies the middle oil and the repair bay. Shaye with some real firepower out now on the ground with this Overlord ECM Battlemaster GAT army. But Scuba... Actually, Scuba got hunted. I did completely... Oh, no, he didn't get hunted because he got this. Look at this setup. I mean, a carpet and artillery would be very nice there, and you'd hunt Scuba all in one go. But yeah, Scuba's those are a little bit out in the open. I mean, how's that ever going to get back to build a 3rd supply? You're going to have to build a CC here as well. You probably have to sell that barracks to build a CC. So yeah, a bit of a weird situation. Probably that's why you don't see ever a dozer being sent to the corner. I mean, wouldn't it have been better just to build the barracks here and send the Red Guard? It's a lot less risk, but I suppose that you've built the bunker there. So yeah, I suppose it's kind of okay. Lotus has now been produced. Could go in the base and capture some buildings, but there's this big task force here for Raging Shaye. wanting to put the pressure on. So Battlemaster comes in here for Scuba, but that is a bit of a waste. Actually, a very big waste. Scuba now coming in with his own army. Gonna pick off his own Battlemaster, I think. Yeah, he does. There's 2 Helixes here. Gats coming in for Scuba. Miss Micro here. Completely wasted units. The Gats, they're going to clear up then Tank Hunters. And who's going to win this fight? Very, very important fight. But I think with the Helixes from Shaye, I think Shaye might be able to flip this battle on his head. And the Helixes coming in. Yeah, I think the 3 quick supplies there of Shaye have paid off once again. That said though, Scuba isn't quite dead. He has got some Gats here to defend against these Helixes. The Bunker Elixir is being focused down. And Scuba has still got this army here. Is this Miss Micro from Shaye? He's just sending all of his army in. Did he just think he got the win or something? You still need to control units. Still need to take the fight slowly. Can't just literally click in the enemy's base and where his army is and just expect the units to do the rest. But that's a little bit what it seemed like there. Still want to micro units, just not send them straight to their death. But yeah, in that case, Scuba comes out now on top on that in that engagement. Both players are now level 3. CC now being built by Scuba. I'm sure this could be arranged a little bit better because this CC is now way out in the open. Lotus here is going to steal some cash probably. And we've got Carpet and Artillery come in. And Scuba's now on no supplies. He's probably not going to be on any supplies for a while because that CC is being built over here. And the dozers could get picked off before they even go way back. So yeah, Scuba needs to probably win the game with this army. Otherwise, he's probably out. There's 5 overlords though for Shaye. And even with these ECM help, I mean, only 3 ECMs is going to take out 3 overlords. And then it'll be 2 versus 2, but there's more ECMs to Shaye. I think Shaye's got this one. Really do think he's got this one. Scuba in such a bad way, but yeah, sending in his second dozer over here seems to have cost him the game. Bit of a weird decision. And yeah, he did manage to get that bunker up, but it's just it's a rare thing to see this. Lotus is still stealing some cash though. Carpet Bomb comes in. Shaye's probably thinking, what the hell angle is this Carpet Bomb coming in? What the hell is this weird angle? Almost a very nice carpet. Almost took out the second supply as well. Sorry, the main supply even. Not quite. Artillery now coming through for Scuba. That's going to be on this. Sadly, doesn't kill both buildings, but I mean, you'll take just the extra free damage because typically the level 2 artillery, you want to just do it on one thing, either the one full supply or one war factory. That's what it's going to kill. So Scuba's dozer has made his way over here. He's going to remake this supply. But is Shaye giving Scuba too much time? Because he had a big advantage before with the amount of tanks that he had. But now Scuba's mixed in more ECMs, more tank hunters. So yeah, very weird and funky game this. Very, very weird. CC is now going to be captured. Of course it is, because it's been built right in front of all the defense. Carpet Bomb comes in and wipes out pretty much everything there. So yeah, definitely a mistake, I think, building all that stuff in the corner compacted like that. A very, very weird situation. Scuba's now got 3 overlords, quite a few tank hunters. I suppose this is where you could, if you wanted to, build a bunker overlord. I suppose this army would move around faster. There are mines here, but obviously it's Scuba's. Shaye has beaconed it. Elix has now found this little secret base at the top left. It's just going to get wiped out and give free XP to Shaye. Shaye's even going to capture the oil, so... yeah, didn't really like that, just in case I haven't mentioned it already, which I know I have. Scuba's now going to branch out and build a 3rd supply again. Yeah, this is weird, man. I thought Shaye had this real easy. But is he just hanging around a little bit too long? He's too scared of taking an engagement. He's way ahead in terms of XP. He had 3 supplies for longest. Scuba's not even been collecting for ages. But Shaye seems hesitant and scared to move in. But that's the thing in these tournament games. Like, if you're just playing Clan Wars, or you're just playing a game on Revora, or just a casual game on Game Ranger, there's no risk. If you lose one game, no problem. You can come back in the next game and whatever. But in these tournaments, there's so much pressure on the players that you don't necessarily always see the greatest decisions. There's so much pressure. If I lose this one game, he's only one away from winning the whole set, and I'm going to be out of the tournament, not going to win any money, all that kind of stuff. There's so many things at play. So yeah, there's different kinds of games, whether it be for fun, whether it be just on the Revora ladder or Clan Wars, or whether you're in a tournament. It's all very different, and probably viewers, probably myself included, when I'm just viewing or watching a replay, you don't necessarily realize or feel the pressure, and especially when there's a bit of hate between them or a bit of a quarrel between them, that it's magnified by like 10 times. Like, you can be maybe not nervous against the strongest player in the world, but then when you play against someone you hate, you might be nervous and maybe not making their brightest decisions. But yeah, Shaye here seems hesitant. I mean, maybe it's the right thing to do. Maybe he's still going to get the win, and maybe he's just going to be more safe. But just like this army's just been moving around for so long, the Scuba is being allowed to retake his entire base. Bearing in mind he had no supplies at all. And Scuba's now here with this huge army himself. But there definitely is more firepower in this army. There's just so many overlords here for Shaye. So many overlords. Artillery now coming in. Ooh, I thought he was going to kill his own truck. He's trying to fire on the Lotus. Lotus is going to go over and capture the CC. Artillery comes in and takes out the supply. That supply, even though it is a bit of a later supply, well, definitely a lot later supply, it's still worth building it at the perfect supply placement, because you can still collect a lot faster. It still could be the difference between you winning and losing the game. CC is going to be captured here, and Shaye might lose that point to actually... a little bit overkill on the Lotus, but she does escape anyway. Yeah, Shaye might now use this point to now come in whilst this army's out of position of Scuba's. But again, he just seems really passive and just stuck in his base. Is he just trying to camp it out because he knows he's got the oil advantage? Perhaps, but the CC has gone down now, so you can't be scared of support powers. Okay, it's being rebuilt, but the longer you hang around. The army coming in as single file probably isn't the best way. I think deleting these things with a bit of scaffold, you're allowed to do that. Just place a barracks there between it. It'll delete both of them, and then the units can pass freely. Helices do need to be careful. Ooh. Didn't actually realize they were actually Shaye's mines now. Weird how things change. You've got a free Battle Master dropped off there for Scuba. Free Battle Master there for Shaye. Got a MiG up in the air, but no nuke. So that MiG is just guarding for a Lotus. Something you used to see back in the day, actually. These helixes do need to be very careful, and that said, one of them do go down. That's the bunker helix as well. So yeah, what is Shaye doing, man? He's just hanging around for so long. He's just scared of going in. That's literally what it is. And moving around and just pacing around in your base, he now cost himself his bunker helix. So now his air power is pretty much gone, because it's all right flying around that speaker tower helix, but it's going to do nothing. There's still a load of overlords for Shaye, but Scuba's got 5 overlords of his own. So if we do an overlord count, 5 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the nuke cannon. I think Shaye's still got the stronger army, so maybe he's just playing this out just because he knows he has got the stronger army, he has got that oil advantage. The longer the game goes, the more advantage I've got. But yeah, Scuba was just such in a bad way. Where's his army going now? Like, you can't go any further back. You can't run away any further. Is he just waiting for the support powers? I think that's all he's waiting for. But he's picked off the dozer. I don't even know how he's done that. Where's the dozer gone? Oh man, I completely missed that. But yeah, dozer's gone down. So why don't you just take this fight, man? Your army is twice the size. Wow. I suppose one thing we'll take into account is he can't see the fog of war. He can't see under the fog of war, whereas we can. Maybe he thinks this. Maybe Maybe he thinks his army is 2 times bigger than it actually is. Mine drop coming in here. Maybe he's just waiting for his support powers. That could be what he's waiting for. His CC is having to be sold. Lotus has been shot down. But yeah, he just attack moves into this and he just wins it. Look how many overlords advantage he's got. So maybe he was just waiting for the right moment. Maybe he knew he was going to win. But yeah, it just seemed a little bit overly passive for me. But either way, we can't knock him. If he gets the win, he gets the win. What are we doing here? Get the win, get the win. So yeah, 4-3. Going to be the score. So 1 away from victory. Okay, very close set so far. Shaye just needs 1 more. Scuba needs 2 in a row now. Got Scuba in the north with the China Nuke. Of course, because there's a China Nuke tournament in case I didn't mention. He's playing with the green color. Down in the south, we've got the blue Raging Shaye. Sticking with the blue color now. Interesting how he's changed from red to yellow and then stuck with blue, because it's definitely not random that he's just stuck with blue now. It's not like he just keeps getting blue. And interestingly, both players are going for a forward supply build order. So yeah, both exactly the same, but Scuba's a little bit quicker to the middle. That's the benefit of having your dozer coming out of the CC and going straight the right way in the first place, and Shaye's having to go back through the CC. So yeah, that's a little bit quicker, faster war factory therefore as well. And then, yeah, will the first unit be a battle master? I mean, from watching these replays and analyzing them so far, I think the correct unit to make, first of all, is a battle master. And then maybe you want to be doing a barracks next to it. But Scuba here is actually doing a helix directly behind it. So yeah, what's these first 2 units going to do? What are they going to be? And are they just going to stay in the middle and fight and kill each other? Or are they going to go straight to the supply line? And like when your battle master comes out now as Shaye, should you just engage this, or should you just go and harass yourself? The Scuba is actually the one chasing the battle master, but he's actually just going to let it go. And he's going to go down here to the bottom right, but he won't find a supply. Scuba's actually using the second one. I think that's smart, you know, because he's sending the damaged one in to cause some harassment, which will get in. And then yeah, this one here, the full HP one, will naturally just win the battle. We've got full HP. So whilst this one should be harassing, but yeah, he hasn't found a supply there just yet. Scuba has managed to get in all these buildings. Scuba putting some harassment down as well. Shaye's opted for the 2 supplies and 2 war factory build order. So far, it's looking like Scuba's coming out on top here, because Shaye's only collecting on 1 supply right now. Shaye's dropping down a barracks on the right side of all things. Remember, there's like 9 oils on this map. I mean, 11 tech buildings if you include that one and that one. But interestingly, no one's gone for any red guard and capture anything just yet. I think this is going to be Scuba's game. Shaye's going for the oil capture by the looks of things, but Scuba's already got a helix out and he's killing these battle masters. So was this the best build order here from Shaye? Maybe he anticipated some kind of oil grab build from Scuba, because, like I said, this map has got so many oils on it. It's typical to go for the oil capture. So sometimes it's a bit like rock paper scissors that me and you might not necessarily realize, but in their minds, Shaye might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, he's going to be going for his massive oil capture. Therefore, I'm going to do 2 supplies, 2 war factories. I don't need to really box in anything, and then they can go and harass and kill the red guards capturing the oils. Scuba now pushing down the right side with the helix. Oil capture is coming in, but this helix will kill 1 battle master, might kill the Gat and the dozer as well if he just chooses to fight it, which he is. And the helix shooting the wrong thing. Oh, Shaye just froze in the towel. Shaye just froze in the towel. GG. It's going to go 4-4, and we are going to go to a decider. Okay, so jumping into the final game. Right, now something controversial happens in this game. I need to kind of tell you that up front without spoiling it. So this next game wins. But one of the players here does disconnect like a few minutes into the game. And then the referee has to make a decision and one of the players goes through. So whilst we're going to say a few minutes of a game, we need to decide who's ahead, who deserves actually to go through. I mean, the ref's already decided what's going to happen here and go through and face the final, which is Size or Vivid. But yeah, we'll probably watch this replay twice. We'll see at which point it ends and we will see who's ahead and whether the right decision was made or not. I've never seen this replay before in my life, but I do know that there is a disconnection involved. So yeah, sorry if you thought that was a bit of a spoiler, but I haven't told you who's won or who's gone through. Yeah, sometimes these things do happen. So we've got 2 war factories. Sorry, 2 supplies, 1 war factory from Shaye. He's gone for a middle barracks and he's gone to send units in to capture these middle buildings. Scuba is actually collecting from the middle and he's gone for a helix behind this. So a similar build order to what he did before, actually. I think it's exactly the same as what he did on Liquid Gold. But Shaye's going to get inside of this bunker and he's going to put some harassment down here. Shaye's dropping down a bunker on this right side and probably going to be on this left side as well. That Battlemaster will probably get in and cause some harassment on these trucks, but the tank hunters are running there as fast as they can. A flamer here is going to clear out this building. It's going to be a helix soon. Shaye's actually dropping down an airfield in the position where there should be a supply, even quicker than the supply. So yeah, interesting choice. I think he's just trying to hide the airfield, probably. That Battlemaster does get cleared up. Scuba's still collecting from the middle, and the helix here getting ready to be loaded up. Interesting game so far. I don't quite know who I'd say is ahead. I quite like the position of Shaye, but his helix is actually nowhere to be seen. So I suppose this helix from Scuba here will be able to cause some damage. This Battlemaster here of Scuba will go down, but a 1-for-1 trade really. Battlemaster is going to be in Scuba's base, but that helix has got a choice now. It can come in the base or go back. I don't know if Scuba even knows about this one yet, but it is going to come in. It's going to kill probably some trucks, but there is a helix of his own now. But that one's empty at the moment, I think. It's killing some trucks here on the right side. And Shaye's looking in a bad way, actually. Yeah, Shaye is looking in a bad way. That helix is very, very low, though. And I don't even know... That helix hasn't got anything in it. So that helix is going to escape of Scuba's. Scuba's still collecting on the mid. He's even dropping down a 3rd supply. But his Dozer is going to get picked off there, I think. He's got another one here. Harassment being done in Shaye's base. Helix there does take out the Battlemaster. So yeah, Shaye's not collecting on the 2nd supply. He's not collecting currently here. He's got the 2 trucks though. Scuba does have 2 supplies ready to go. He's not, well, 3 supplies, but 2 of them are ready to collect. And Shaye has been defeated. So what I know what happened there. Shaye actually did disconnect. He was behind, in my view then, from watching that replay for the first time. I mean, I know the stats look very even, but if you look at the money, Scuba's collecting, is that 20% more or something like that? Almost 20% more, 10-20% more. So just jumping into that replay again, if we just fast forward, I didn't actually see exactly what moment. Oh, there it is. Let's just restart that game. 358. We'll stop it at 350. I suppose if we stop it there, Shaye's about to disconnect. He's not collecting there. He's not collecting on his main. So in this case, spoiler alert, Excal did decide that Scuba will progress. And honestly, I think that's the right decision after seeing this replay, because probably Shaye's going to lose that Dozer as well. Has he even got another Dozer? I think no, actually. Yeah, Shaye could even lose that Dozer. He's not collecting on any trucks. Scuba, okay, he's not collecting on both of these trucks, but ultimately it looks a much better position for Scuba there. And even if Scuba is considered 60% ahead here, or yeah, 60-40 or 55-45, whatever, even if you are 51-49, or even if it's a 50-50 game, if you were then forced to rematch that game, your build order is then blown. Your opponent might adapt and do something different. In fact, it's highly likely they will adapt and do something different, and the game might not pan out even remotely as you planned, or remotely like the first game. So yeah, I think unfortunately Shaye did disconnect there. Very, very a big shame to end a semi-final like that, but it is no way fair, as I've always said, to make players do a rematch when you were ahead, and Scuba was definitely ahead there in my eyes. In fact, miles ahead. I think the odds of Shaye winning that, probably what, 90% Scuba, 10% Shaye, something like that, I would say. I mean, let me know your comments below. Should it have been Reed in your opinion? Should it have been rematched, or is it fair? I mean, it's easy as a viewer just to sit there and say, or me as a commentator to say, oh yeah, it should be rematched, but you don't understand, like I said before, the amount of pressure on these players. There's money to be won, the pride of winning, especially when there's hate between you and all that kind of stuff, and like to be like the pressure on you when you're playing a game and to show your build order and then having to it, and it might not work out the same. It's so frustrating if you give a rematch and then you lose that when you were actually ahead the first game. The annoyance you get, if you've ever been in that situation, you know how annoying it is, and honestly you will be feeling like raging Shaye. So yeah, unfortunately Shaye can't control if his internet's going to disconnect or whatever. Or the question is, can you actually control it? Because I've been in situations before where my internet used to disconnect or whatever, and I went through all kinds of stages. I switched from Wi-Fi to a wired connection. I improved the quality of the wire. I've got like a category 8 Ethernet cable. I improved my router. I changed my ISP and all that kind of stuff. And now my internet connection hasn't dropped out for like many years. So with that being said, there is things you can do, and if you want to take part in these tournaments, then you have to get a more stable connection. So yeah, unfortunately to end like that, but the final will be then Scuba against the winner of Size and Vivid. So if you haven't seen Size versus Vivid, highly recommend you go and watch it. I've already uploaded it, and then I'll cast the replays of the grand final as well. So GG, let me know your thoughts about this set in the comments, like the video if you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. GG.